What up, what up? Say so, G. Back near the top, back near the video. So the title of this video is going to be, God is a healer. So admin notes, thanks again to all subscribe to the channel. I endeavor to keep pushing your video out. Give you leverage to better yourselves. So let's get into it. So why do I say that God is a healer? So I just came from church. Just walking around my neighborhood here. I'm just walking from my home. And one of the cool things that I have near my home is a actual creek. So just gonna walk down here, not chill out or anything like that, but just give I guess some background scenery to a certain degree. I have a bridge that actually is an access road to my neighborhood. It's the country, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's there's a lot of things down here. There's a lot of animals and critters and all these other things. So I know some folks may not like stuff like that, but my kids wind up finding about this creek here, of course, within the first couple of days of us moving here, about nine years ago. And I think one of the first times that they came down here, one of my oldest son wound up getting bitten by a snapping turtle. I'm like, why would you messing with a turtle in the first place, man? But anyways, that's the actual creek, so I've never even seen that before. Yeah, some folks come down here and yeah, but it's a beautiful area. The water is kind of low now because of it being fall. During the summertime, it's actually a lot higher than this. But anyways, let's get into the topic. So why do I say that God is a healer? So like I said, I just came from church, and there was a guest speaker there, guest pastor. He's actually an evangelist. He said he goes around all around the world to preach, and he uses his personal testimony as one of his talking points with his message today. So I'm not going to belabor the topic. I'm just going to get right into it. So he was explaining as a child, around about the age of 10, he started having some really bad joint pain. Of course, with him being 10, he had no clue what was going on. His mom didn't know what was going on, so his mom took him to the hospital a couple of times. Nobody knew what was going on, so then she took him to a specialist, and they diagnosed him with adolescent rheumatoid arthritis. Had no clue that even existed, right? So he said his mom had knew about this doctor, this physician. That was, I guess, dabbling in some radical medicine, and this gentleman he's I think it's his mid-50s. So we're talking like 40 some years ago. But he said at this time, in this present time in 2024, what this doctor did for him actually is normal practice now. So that was a miracle within itself, right? So all these doctors before, they had diagnosed him with this, did not know what to do with him. But his mom, thank the Lord, knew about this physician that actually was dealing in some other type of medicine, and he was healed, right? So fast forward, years later, he's an adult now. He's married with kids. And I'm sorry, go back a little bit. During the time he actually was being healed from his arthritis, he was tested for allergies, and he came back with all these allergies, right? Like, allergic to grass, certain chemicals, all these other things. So from that age until he became an adult, he literally had to change his diet because certain foods he could not eat anymore. It would give him some type of real severe allergic reaction. He said a couple of times he would come to school after somebody had got sick, and they would spray the tables and stuff, and he would turn peach red because the chemicals, he would have an allergic reaction to it. So he said a couple of years after he got married, he started to get really, really, really sick. And of course, he had been eating a certain way over his lifetime because certain foods could not eat anymore. And he said it got to the point within about a year, him getting really sick, that he literally could not eat food anymore. He said he literally became a functioning anorexic. Like anything he ate, he could not keep down. He started getting really, really, really sick. So, of course, they're going to church, and I guess a prophet or a prophet came to church one day and spoke over his life, told him about healing, all those other things. And he, of course, him being a man of the faith, he believed him. But for some reason, he said that after that particular day, he actually started getting even more sick. So at this point, he's almost doubting God. He's like, and I'm paraphrasing here, right? I'm not saying what he's saying verbatim, but this is the logistics of what he was talking about. He said he got into a headspace like, I'm a man of the faith. I believe in God. This is before he became a pastor, and he's like, what's going on? Like God, why am I not healed? Why am I getting still sick? Like, what's going on here? I don't understand what's going on. So he said that he had got so sick that he literally was like at the point where one day he told God, he said, if you don't heal me, God, I'm going to die. And of course, his wife is terrified during this time. His wife didn't know what to do with him. And he said that day that he told God this, God told him, and I'm paraphrasing here. He said, God told him that you want to be healed, but you haven't asked me what to eat. And he got taken aback by God telling him this. And he's like, okay, so what would you have me to do? So he said, God told him that every morning when he wakes up, ask me what you should eat. So he said, okay. So he said, for a whole week, he actually did this. Every morning, of course, he would pray. And then after he prayed, during his prayer, he would ask God, what should I eat today? Now he's eating food that he has not eaten in years, right? But God told him to eat this food. And of course, he said that God had him not eat too much meals during those days, right? He might have ate one meal today. He might ate a meal and a half, or what portion he normally would eat. And then he said on the seventh day, like I said, I'm still paraphrasing. He said that God told him to eat a food he had not eaten since he was a child. Now, mind you, when this was happening to him, he was in his late 20s when this happened. So he said, okay. So he told his wife, okay, God told me to eat this food. So let me, I'm going to obey God and eat this food. So his wife fixed the food for him. And he said, literally, that after that day, his allergies to food disappeared. Selah. I'm gonna let y'all ponder that. He said that day, I'm talking now, mind you, now he been dealing with this his whole life, and I mean, this gentleman has no reason to lie to me or lie to anybody, right? I don't know him. He don't know me. He don't know the folks in the congregation we went to. He literally said that God healed him of this allergic thing that was going on with his body after that day. Tell me God can't heal you. But here's the thing that really got to me, and the reason why I'm making this video. Of course, I'm making the video obviously because God is a healer, because he's healed me as well. But what got to me about that story, and there was some other things that I was really intrigued about as well, because I'm actually not doing the story justice. He told this story from beginning to end for like 25, 30 minutes. I'm giving you the really short version of it. When he said that he told God that if you don't heal me, I'm going to die. So he was on his last leg of life. He literally was like, I don't know what to do. Like, I literally cannot eat food anymore. I cannot survive without eating food. This is how you made us, God. You made us to be able to eat food. So if I can't eat food, I cannot survive, right? Then he said, God told him, you haven't asked me what foods to eat. God is a wonder, I'm telling you. He said, my goodness. He said, God told him, you haven't asked me what you should eat. You've been trying to do this on your own. Ask me what you should eat. Then I can start healing you. See how that works? You see how God works? So when it comes to content creation, because, of course, I've had this video that has gone semi-viral now, and I've gotten a whole bunch of subscribers to my channel after this video that I posted, when I said that don't tell anyone about your YouTube channel. So I also made a video after that explaining how that if you are a person of the faith, you should ask God, what God have you to do? What are you going to be a consecrator or not? So what I'm saying is that if you want God to do something for you, you got to ask him for it. A closed mouth is not fair. So if you want to be a consecrator, you got to ask God, is this what you want me to do? If you want God to heal you, if you want God to do things for you, you got to ask him. You got to ask him. And to those that are watching this video right now, I pray that whatever you got going on in your life, anything that's negative, I hope and pray. I'm sorry, yeah, I know we have hope, but I'm going to actually call it out. Anything that is negative in your life, I rebuke it right now in the name of Jesus. Be healed. Because as long as you believe and you have faith, God will heal you and he will restore you totally. Whatever negative thing is in your life, whatever physical ailment you have, God can restore you totally. Full restoration. I promise you he can. So this is something I want to put out there for you guys. I normally don't post videos on Sundays, but you know, I have to obey God. I have to obey you know, the voice of God when he tells me to do certain things. So this is one of the videos I'm putting out there today for you guys. Hope it was beneficial to you. If you want me to discuss a topic or certain thing beneficial to the channel, email me at findingfitnessfolk@gmail.com. My email address is in the description below. Happy Sunday, y'all. I hope y'all be blessed. Say so G signing out. I'm gone.